Alright people, are you ready? It is time for... not this, because that's in the next video. It's time for these. Part 49 and 50. Finally reached that magical milestone. Halfway through. Part 50. 50%. Any more 50s you want to throw in? Be my guest. But let's get started and have a look in 49. Alright, it feels like ages since I've filmed the last one, but that's basically because I was so impatient for this one. It's not a terribly exciting episode, this one. We are fixing the plate on the end of the leg. Guess you could call it a foot plate. That's stunningly original. So we get that part, big shiny part, and I think a bearing as well in there somewhere. Let's have a look. Okay, it says take the inner wheel support plate and screws supplied previously. Well, it only has that in the photo, so by inner wheel support plate and screws, I'm going to assume they mean the leg. So with this bit, which is LFR10, you're putting this onto that. It's got two pins, which are there and there, and you put those into the corner bits of that bit, the arch. This is like one of those old iron bridges from the Iron Age. Little history lesson there, sort of. So you just line that up like so, and then you are screwing 4 6mm silver screws into there, and that one. I'm not comforting you, by the way, when I say there. And those two there. First of all, I have to find these screws, and then I'm going to screw this into place. So let me go and find these. Okay, well, I've screwed it in place. Can't remember if they were sticking out the bottom before. They were 6mm ones, as far as I could estimate. And I know you're going to tell me, Chris, whether I've got this right or not, but they went in really nicely, and they seem to do up really tightly, so I reckon they're the right ones. Let's see what happens later. Let's see what's next. Here's a small heads up. Nothing is next, because that's the end of part 49, so let's go and hit this milestone. Let's see what's in 50. Just before I start, I must draw your attention to this really cool part on page 5. All about Kenneth or Ken Coley? Coley. However you pronounce it. He's a very nice man, and I've met him at Star Wars Celebration 2016 in London, of which there is a video that I made. Another shameless plug here. He was a nice man. Here I have to exercise bragging rights, because of course I got his autograph, and he's still signing. He does quite a few UK signings, so if you have the chance, definitely go and meet him, because he's a nice man. Alright, part 50 revolves around wheels. Did you see what I did there? I know, it's stunning. The rubber wheel for the other leg, which is not all that exciting, but what is exciting is this, which is the first part of the blue squares that are going around the head. I think the first part is going to be the most exciting for me, because it's starting to come together now. And that is in part 51. But for now, it's all about some rubbery wheel. So let's see what we have to do. Very happy to say that you get yet more screws, which I know some people hate them, keep dishing them out, but I like it because it helps me keep track of exactly where I need them. If they're given to you at the exact stage that you need to use them. This is what you need to screw the wheel together. Oh people, it's a DeAgostini classic, because here I was looking for the third piece of the plastic, thinking, God, do I have to look it up from a previous part to go with this part? No, because it was already in the wheel, so it's kind of done that part for me already. What you then need to do is, obviously, you need to make sure that you can see through all 4 holes there. There it is, all together, after not much of a struggle at all. I will say, don't try to be clever like me and leave the original part on there that was on there. Take that off and do it exactly how they tell you to do it, by putting the rubber over the 4 lugs and then put the bit that was already within the rubber on top of that. And don't try and do it any other way, because you may experience slight psychological distress. So now all you need to do is screw in those 4 bits, which, as you can see, you can only do one way. I do like the way it says 4 of the longer black fixing screws. Well, you get 5, which is nice because you get a spare one, but I don't know why they say 4 of the longer black screws, because there's only one size of black screw in there. But never mind, it's all good. So I'm going to release these from the bag and screw the wheel together. Alright, all safely screwed in there. That was mildly satisfying. And that is the end of part 50. I deliberately said that very slowly because this is definitely a milestone, people. That is part 50. It's been a long time coming, and now we are working with my most exciting part. I will see you in the next video.